Hey guys, I wanted to share with you today two words on self-defense. I just think this will be very, very helpful for you guys to evaluate what you need to be doing when you're in a situation where you feel like you may need to defend yourself. The two words I want you to remember are dear, as in Dear John, and dead, as in no longer living. Uh, Grammatically, the only difference in those two words is the last letter, obviously, the R and the D. So I want to use both these words as an acronym. The first D stands for distract. Anytime you are in a situation where you feel like you need to defend yourself, you need to distract your opponent. What this does, basically think of a computer. Sometimes, we all, whether it happens or not, we all say that, hey, my computer's acting up, there's glitches, whatever. We've all heard that when we're on the phone with customer service. And computers do have little glitches. Well, think of an attacker as a computer program. They are designed, their program is to actually, do harm to you. And that's what they're focused on, and that's all they exist for at that moment. And so if you can distract them, it doesn't mean the confrontation is over. It does not mean that that you're out of danger. What it simply means is that you're halting their system, you're stopping their system. This distraction can take a lot of different forms. It could take the form of an eye poke, a strike to the throat, a kick to the knee, a knee to the thigh, a breaking of a finger. It could be any physical technique. It could be very, very simply that you point behind them and you say, "Officer, officer, come here," and you say it with urgency, and they may turn and look, and that may give you the freedom to escape or to run. It could be anything, and there are crazy cases where women have come back onto the man. They thought they were going to be raped, so they came right back onto him. And oftentimes rape is a crime of power, not of passion. And so when the woman took away the power, it halted him for just a second. So no matter what the situation is, always distract your opponent. Whether you strike them, you yell forcefully at them, no, stop, you command attention, you draw somebody to the situation, always distract. The second letter is E, and that is escape the immediate threat. That doesn't mean that you're escaping the entire situation. You're escaping the immediate threat. Such as if a man grabs your hair and you throw a kick to his knee and soften him up, and then you do a twist and you twist his wrist so that he lets go of your hair. You may not be out of the situation, but you are out of the immediate threat. Or somebody may come up and grab you and start choking you from behind. So you kick to the knee, you stomp to the foot, you elbow to the ribs, or you call for the pretend police officer or whatever, and then you escape the choking situation. Well, that's your immediate escape. It could be that somebody's trying to corner you into something, and so you call for the imaginary police officer, you yell fire, you start acting crazy, whatever it is, and then you get them to halt their attack, and then you get out of the corner. So always, always, always distract and escape the immediate threat. The third letter, A, in both words, is analyze, and this actually starts at the moment you feel like you're in danger, the moment something seems off, the moment something doesn't seem right. Always start analyzing. Perfect scenario for this is say I'm in my house and my daughter's there, or my sons are there, or whatever, and somebody breaks in. Well, I have to deal with that knowing that I'm the most qualified to defend my family. And so that gauges my reaction. That helps me in that. If I'm alone, you better believe I'm running out. I have no ego to prove whether I can take them or not, because even if I wind up winning the confrontation, they may come back later and hurt those that I love when I'm not around. So it's just not worth the risk. So I'm going to analyze. And if there's 3 or 4 attackers, well, then that means that my first several attackers, I need to completely injure them, kill them, whatever it takes to save my life. If it's one-on-one and I know there's no weapons involved, well, then maybe I can be a little bit more gentle in my approach. So always distract, always escape, always analyze. Now the fourth letter is where we have the difference. Dear, as in Dear John, the last letter is R, and that it stands for retreat. If you can escape, do escape. I alluded to this just a little bit earlier. I understand, especially if you're a male watching this, that you may want to prove how good you are. And if you want to do that, Go get in an MMA fight. Go get in a stick fighting contest. In our karate tournament, jiu-jitsu tournament. You know what? If you need an ego boost, if you need to prove yourself, do it in a safe place. But if somebody attacks you one-on-one and they know you, and you humiliate them, you beat them, whatever, they may come and attack your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, your mother. And guess what? It's just not worth it. So if you can retreat, you should retreat. Women, you may be able to beat a man with enough training, and you may not. It's not worth the gamble. Retreat. And the last thing I want to share with you in this video is the D for dead. You've distracted, you've escaped the immediate threat, you've analyzed. And if you cannot retreat, then you destroy your opponent. What does that mean? That means you do whatever it takes to completely incapacitate the aggressor at that moment so that you're completely out of harm's way. Now, that doesn't mean that you punch him in the nose and then he backs up and you've done it. You completely destroy his ability to harm you. So I hope that helps with how do we respond to a self-defense situation. Deer, distract, escape, analyze, retreat, or dead. Distract, escape, analyze, destroy. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.